Today I'm talking to Bronte Morgan. She's a research and project officer at the University of Sydney, and she had her Bachelor of Psychology honors at UNSW. Hi, Bronte. Thanks for being here.
Hi, Denise.
So let's get into your job right away. Can you talk a little bit about what it's like to be a research and project officer?
Yeah, so I'm working on a large longitudinal project, which is tracking along with a big sample of families from the Southwestern Sydney Local Health District. And we're tracking along with these families across the first 3 years of their child's life. We're trying to understand what different factors kind of predict mental health disorders in childhood, and whether there's kind of transdiagnostic factors. And like the ultimate aim is to see if we can identify mental health issues earlier on.
So Bronte, is this the first job that you've had after studying?
Yeah, it was. So I finished my honors in 2018. And I think I was just really tired, and I thought I'd take a year off and then come back and do or apply for the master's program. But I've now been in this job for 3 years because I've really enjoyed it. I've enjoyed working in research. And I think I was quite surprised that I wanted to kind of stay on. And I think it's also kind of opened my mind to, different jobs. Made me realize that maybe like the clinical masters isn't for me or isn't for me yet. It definitely wasn't my plan. I think I was going to take a year off studying and come back to it, but I've enjoyed sticking around.
So what is it that you like so much about doing research?
I think I really like the process of answering a question. And I think, in some ways, research and being a research assistant can be quite tedious. And it's like, and especially on a large project, it's like the same thing over and over and over again, especially in the kind of data collection phase, when we're just testing and testing and testing and testing hundreds of families on the same thing. But then on the flip side, we've also been able to develop skills in writing, doing presentations, data analysis, lots of different project management things. So I think what I love about the job is that there is like a diversity in skills that I feel like I'm really like growing.
So I think a lot of psychology students might be interested in getting a job like the one you have after their studies. Do you need to have done your honors in psychology to apply for a job like the one you have?
I don't think so. I think it helps because you've had that kind of independent research experience, and in the honors year you kind of get experience across the range of skills, like recruiting participants, gathering the data, you're like pretty much independently, or it was for me, data analysis, and then writing it up. So I think it helps to kind of have those skills. But I did have a casual RA job prior to me doing honors, so I know both are possible.
Do you have any advice, Bronte, for students who are in their undergrad in psychology right now?
I think I would just really remind them that no learning is wasted. I really believe that. And I think in my current position, I've really enjoyed getting to know all sorts of different people who've had such kind of squiggly careers. And I think the people that I most admire and I've learned the most from are people who, who've done all sorts of different careers with their own psychology degree. I think the people that I most admire and I want to learn more from are those that have had like really rich experiences by like being open to all sorts of different things. So I think my advice would be to remember that no learning is wasted and to kind of stay open.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that, Bronte. Thank you so much for talking to me today, Bronte. This was wonderful. Thanks.
My pleasure. Thanks, Denise.